New York City mayoral candidates are making their final campaign pushes today as the nation's largest city prepares to hold a historic mayoral primary tomorrow. According to the latest polls released just today, Brooklyn Borough President and retired police officer Eric Adams remains in the lead among the Democratic candidates with 28% ahead of Andrew Yang and Catherine Garcia. But for the first time this year, New York City will use something called ranked choice voting, which will allow voters to rank 5 candidates rather than choosing just one. If one candidate is the first choice of 50% of the voters, then great, they win. If not, ranked analysis kicks in. That means there's a significant chance that voters' second, third, fourth, and fifth options could swing the race. And in a dramatic twist, Adams has just received the backing of a somewhat unexpected supporter. Listen.
I'm going to vote for Curtis. I'm a Republican. And if I had to, there's no question that Adams gives us some hope.
Adams swiftly responded with this statement: "I don't need Giuliani's endorsement, and we don't want his endorsement. One of the ways to sabotage a campaign is that you come out and endorse the opponent that you don't want to win, and that's what I believe he has attempted to do." All this being said, this is a major race we should all be watching closely. More than 2 million black people live in New York City. That's more than the entire populations of New Hampshire or Maine or Delaware. So it'll be very interesting to see what the Big Apple does when it votes. Joining me now to discuss is New York City Democratic mayoral candidate Eric Adams. Mr. Adams, how are you, sir?
How are you? On the road, moving around the city, covering ground. You know, my message is no distractions, stay focused, grind, and vote. That is how we're going to win.
There you go. So let me ask you this. You said that you felt like Giuliani was trying to sabotage your campaign by endorsing you. To what end? Who does he want to win if he doesn't want you to win?
That's a good question. Adam Clayton Powell used to do something back when he was fighting during the civil rights era. He'll fly to the most racist part of a congressional district, and he'll stand there and say, "I endorse this candidate," because he knew his endorsement will hurt that candidate. So he could want Curtis Lewa. He could want any one of the other Democratic nominees that don't speak the same conversation I'm having about ending inequalities and having a safe city with justice. My track record is long. I was Giuliani's most vociferous opponent when he was in the city of New York. So trust me, he does not want Eric Adams as mayor.
Let's talk a little bit about that for a moment. You know, you were a big thorn in the side of the police department when you were part of the police department because you complained about, police brutality and unfair practice, including stop and frisk. However, as a candidate, you have said that you think that stop and frisk can be a valuable tool when used correctly. How is that? Because what was happening wasn't just that the stops were not conducted in fair ways. It was that the skew in who was actually stopped was enormous.
Right, and look at where we are now. First, I think it's important, as you just laid out, you don't have your life work as something and then turn against what you've worked your entire life. My civil rights fight in the police department started when I was 13, when a young man named Clifford Glover was shot. Then it was repeated 18 when Randolph Evans was shot. Then it was repeated when I was in the academy, or prior to the academy, when Arthur Miller was killed by chokehold, and then Eleanor Bumpus. I was the leading voice with 100 Blacks in law enforcement to stop the abuse of stop and frisk. I testified in federal court. The judge announced my ruling and my testimony in her ruling. So now what are we talking about here? We're talking about those who were not part of the movement hijacking my record and using it as a talking point. This is what I'm saying. We dropped from 1 million stop, question and frisk in this city a year down to about 10,000 now, and we can even drop them even more. But what you can't do, Brother Blow, let's say you come home from your show tonight and you see a person in front of your building place a gun in his waistband. You call the police. You want that police to stop and question that person. If you take that constitutional authority away and you call that police and he says, I can't question that person standing in front of your home that placed a gun in his waistband, would you be troubled about that?
Yeah, but let's just make clear though. 50% at the height of stop and frisk, 50% of the stops when officers had to put down why they made the stop. 50% of those stops were because of furtive movements. I don't even know what that means. So I'm sure that as a police officer, you can define what a furtive movement is, but that just means that I can say that the person was moving in a suspicious way, or looked like their pants were heavy, and I stopped them. It wasn't because, as the scenario you just described, which is, I'm a witness. I saw this person. He put this thing in his waistband, and I need some help from the police. These were police officers acting of their own volition, saying, this guy looks suspicious to me. And I'm just trying to figure out, how do we get that, which is a very subjective judgment,
Here's the answer.
The officer making on the ground. How do we get that out of it if you support the practice? How do you get the bias out of the practice and still support the practice?
Here's the answer. And that is why having someone that understands, number one, they fought to stop that, because remember when my bill was in the state Senate, my bill in the state Senate removed the database that they were keeping of those innocent people. So now here's what you do. You tell every police officer you will have your camera on when you make any interaction with the public to justify your action. That's number one. Number two, you allow the complaints that are coming from the public, not those self-initiated stops that we were seeing where the abuse was coming from. We were saying in this city, hey, Officer Johnson, you were going to go out and stop as many people as possible. We had a quota system. My bill in Albany took that quota system away and made it illegal. So now you're going to use the video cameras. Then you're going to analyze those officers who are making stops that do not fit the criteria of a legal stop, and you're going to remove them from the police department. That is how you do it. We were not doing that before, and because I understand the abuse of it, I'm the best person to make sure that it never is abused again. We will never have an abusive any tool in policing to abuse the public.
So Mr. Adams, New York City, just like other cities across the country, are seeing just extraordinary rises in violent crime, including shootings and killings. You have, positioned yourself as a person who understands the police department and criminal justice enough that you can protect the city without being abusive to its citizens. How does that work, in real terms for you? What would you do in New York City to bring down this violent crime wave, while at the same time not, stepping on the communities that already feel like the city is stepping on them?
Well, and let's be clear about something, because I'm pretty sure you are around the city and Atlanta and in Detroit and in Chicago. You're hearing, just like I am hearing, from Black and brown mothers who are tired of the violence taking the lives of our children. People need to be honest about that. 95% of the victims to gun violence are Black and brown. 95% of the shooters are Black and brown. So we're seeing this real violence. And here's what we do. We must change the ecosystem of public safety. Right now, we have never in America properly defined what's that ecosystem. We have used the police as the only part of that ecosystem. I say no to that. Policing is just one component of it. We need to have mental health professionals. That's another component. We need to have crisis management team. We need to have conflict resolution. We need to have youth groups in organization, clergy groups. We have what's called the God Squad here. We need to have local community leaders choose who their precinct commanders are going to be so they can interview them and see their mission. Once we change the ecosystem, you could have the public safety that you need with the justice that you deserve. We don't have to say, well, we're going to deal with the violence because policing is abusive, or we're going to deal with the abusiveness because violence is here. No, we don't, brother. We can have both, because I have witnessed both in other communities, and we can have them in our communities.
So, Mr. Adams, you are leading in the polls going into this election, but you don't have 50% in the polls. So it looks like the ranked choice decisions are going to play a major role in this campaign and in the election results. The two candidates after you, Andrew Yang and Mrs. Garcia, are now campaigning together and saying, at least Yang is saying, if you don't choose me, choose her second. If you choose me, choose her second. And Yang is saying, do not, under any circumstances, choose Eric Adams. You said that meant that they didn't want a person of color to run the city, or that a person of color couldn't run the city. Another mayoral candidate, Maya Wiley, said, you shouldn't be calling them racist, essentially, because they're choosing to do this. They're just choosing to do this. Why do you think that them choosing this path, this strategy, means that they don't think a person of color should be mayor of New York City, including the fact that Andrew Yang is a person of color?
Oh, and he is a person of color. And let me tell you something. Regardless of what Andrew Yang states, watch how many people from this Asian community are going to vote for me. I know how well I do. I have the most diverse block of supporters than any candidate in this race. And so right now we're in the silliness of the campaign season. Anyone who has followed politics in New York or across America or probably across the globe realize this is silliness of it. Everyone is trying to get the gotcha moment. And let's be clear, Brother Blow. In America, America is a country with coded messages and coded languages. You know that and I know that. We know that when you do an announcement like what they did on the day of Juneteenth, when you see the coded language that Yang has used throughout this campaign, the demonizing and criminalizing the symbols of an African-American candidate that is an ex-law enforcement, state senator, and borough president. So we have to be clear of coded languages that are being used. Not only did I feel he was using coded language, other people have mentioned we felt he was using coded language. And so I'm not going to spend the next 28, 29 hours talking about his behavior, right, because I got an election to run. And 3-year-old children are being shot in this city. 10-year-old babies are being killed 2 days before their birthdays. We're seeing gun violence all over our city, and we're seeing the level of inequities exist. So if he felt as though that I shouldn't use something, then go right ahead. I want to focus on those issues that are destroying the lives of New Yorkers, and I want to turn this city around.
Well, Mr. Adams, I want to thank you very much. Good luck tomorrow. Whatever happens tomorrow, I hope you come back and discuss it with us. We'd appreciate it.
I want to come back all the time on your show. I love your show.
More Prime after the break. Thank you, sir.